why being good looking is keeping you average with women. It's kind of crazy why being good looking is actually keeping you average with women. Because I think that with all the guys who I've worked with, and I work with a lot of guys at this point, I think the biggest reason why guys become successful with women, with cold approach, with social dynamics is because the most successful guys are coming from a place of pain. Yeah, you might be similar to me where, I didn't grow up as a popular kid in school. You know what I mean? I used to walk around the playgrounds on my own. I always had a weird sort of fucked up face. I've always had a big nose, slightly crooked teeth, average size PP. And growing up as a single only child in the Lake District, I felt quite a deprived child, especially socially. And I noticed over the years, it almost felt like I just had to do more. I had to beat the naturals in some way. The guys who, you probably know them yourself, the guys who were popular in high school. I look at their profiles on Facebook sometimes and I see them. Like, these were the guys who were good looking in high school, the guys who were the best at sports. They were just popular. And during those formative years, I'd see them in class. They'd have good dating lives, they'd had good social lives, and I checked the Facebook profiles. It's like they've absolutely just fallen off. It's like their dating lives now are bang average. They've settled for some mediocre, bang average 4, and they've gone to seed as well. It's like these guys were good looking for many years, and it's almost like, it's a bit like child actors in a way. The child actors that they just get famous young, and a lot of them grow up to do all sorts of random bad shit. It's almost like they didn't have to develop their character through pain. I think that why good-looking guys stay average with women is they build this identity around themselves as this guy who's got no flaws. The women come to me, bro. And that might work whilst you're in high school, but then a lot of times the guys who reach out to work with me, good-looking guys as well, they're like, Christian, I've got no fucking idea what to do. Like, I'm seeing women I want to approach, but I'm so in my head. Like, I'm trying to posture. I'm trying to be cool. I'm trying to get the light in to hit my face a little bit more. And I feel like I'm losing out on opportunities to guys who are worse looking than me just because they're shameless with their approaches. I'll tell you a fucked up story. In 2022, I was staying at a hostel in Barcelona. Now, in 2022, this was when I was going through what I would call my looks maxing phase. Yeah, because when I first started Daytime Approach in 2020, I looked like horseshit. Yeah, I looked like a turnip, I dressed like a moron. I wasn't in the best places of life, but I think that actually worked to my advantage because I felt like I was at complete rock bottom back then. The only way was up. Anyway, fast forward to 2022, I'm in Barcelona, I'm in a hostel, and at this stage in my life, I was putting a lot of emphasis on the way that I looked. Yeah, I was like, okay, if I can get really good at cold approach and I can also become more physically fuckable, I'm gonna clean up. But the problem that I had back then is I took the whole looks maxing thing way too far. I think that's where a lot of guys are stuck these days. I think looks maxing is turning men into women. Yeah, I think guys these days are so obsessed over their physical appearance. Oh, I need to chew on a tennis ball for 8 hours a day. I need to get my eyebrows threaded. I need to smash my cheekbones with a hammer, and that'll make women want me, right? And I think men these days, they're becoming divas. Yeah, they're almost turning into women. And I say, bro, leave the looks maxing to the women, right? So anyway, I'm in this hostel in Barcelona, and there's this girl in the hostel that I took a fancy to. And we were talking for a little while, and then we went our separate ways. And then a couple of hours later, this other guy came into the hostel, yeah? I would describe him as facially fucked up, yeah? Didn't look like anything to write home about. Weird teeth, like long, greasy hair. And he was kind of just retarded in a way. Like, he didn't really have that much going for him. So I didn't really think anything of it. I didn't really see him as a threat. That night, he was with that girl. Like, that night, he was literally banging that girl, and I could hear the action going on. Yeah, so I'm just stood there with my dick in my hands thinking, what is going on here? Like, I'm putting all this emphasis on my physical appearance, but this guy has walked in. He is nowhere near my level of physical attractiveness, but he's almost too stupid to overthink. He's almost too stupid to care. And that changed the game for me because I was like, it's not just about your physical attractiveness. Sure, do what you can to improve yourself. I'm not saying don't care, but I think I'm saying, like, don't obsess over these things, because I think the more emphasis as a man you put on your physical appearance, I do think it's keeping you average. I think it's keeping you stuck. I think it's keeping you as a static spectator in your own life. You probably had it before where maybe you go to a nightclub with one of your friends, a guy who's maybe he's jacked, maybe he's in good shape, he might have be well groomed, and he stood there in the nightclub almost waiting for women to approach him. Now you'll see some other guys who are nowhere near his level who are taking action. They're putting themselves through the social fire, and they're cleaning up. They're taking the women that really should have been his just because they had the balls to approach. And this is why with all the guys who I've worked with, I do think now that being good looking, it keeps you average with women because it keeps you passive. Yeah, you almost have this mindset of, oh, build it and they will come, because everything is easier than doing approaches. Yeah, let's be fucking real. It's so much easier to make yourself well groomed. It's so much easier to go to the gym with your noise cancellation headphones in, your beautiful air conditioned arena. It's so much easier to go to these places. It's so much easier to do these things than it is to approach women. Yeah, to put your balls on the line, to actually go over there despite the hesitation, despite the resistance. Everything is easier than doing approaches. So if you consider yourself to be an attractive man, if you think you are a good looking guy, but you still feel like a closet heterosexual, you feel as though, yeah, I'm in shape, I look good, I dress well, but women are passing on me for other guys who are nowhere near my level, then what you need to do, brother, is you need to put your big boy pants on and you need to start approaching women stone cold sober during the daytime. And if you are struggling with any of this stuff, if you're anything like the guys who I work with where you're like, right, bro, I am a closet heterosexual right now, I feel socially frustrated, I feel socially repressed, I know, logically, I am dateable, right? I get that. But I'm allowing opportunities to pass me by every single day because I'm overly concerned with my image, yeah? Maybe you're too concerned about what other people are going to think of you. Maybe you're concerned about public embarrassment, public humiliation. You might not be scared necessarily of approaching. You might be scared of being seen to be approaching. So you've got this spotlight effect. You're cared and overly concerned with what other people think of you. You're like, oh, I'm this good looking guy, so every approach should go perfect. And you're playing these mental gymnastics in your head. Yeah, you see women you want to approach, you don't approach them, you replay these moments over and over in your head, and you convince yourself, oh, next weekend it'll be different. Oh, I just need to get more jacked. I need to get biceps the size of coconuts. I need to smash my cheekbones more, and then I'll be ready. Yeah, but that day never comes. It's like the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. So yeah, mate, if you're pissed off, yeah, if you got to a point now where the majority of my clients have got to, where you know you're dateable, you know you're capable of getting the women who you should be getting, but you're just pissed off of living like a closet heterosexual, then that's what I make this content for. So yeah, if you're interested in working with me one-on-one, then there's a link below this video, you can click it. There's no pressure whatsoever. We'll have a 30-minute conversation. If I think you're the right fit for my coaching, awesome, I'll explain how. If not, I won't try and hard sell you. I'll just say, listen, bro, I don't think this is the right fit right now, but I would do this, this, and this, and that can improve your dating life. So yeah, worst case scenario, you'll talk to me for 30 minutes. It's the worst thing to do on a rainy Thursday. So yeah, first link below this video if you're interested in working with me.